Do you know why I am here? I'm here to grovel before your wonderful Earth Alliance in the hopes of attaching ourselves to your destiny.
The hardest part of bringing B5 to the screen was the selling of it. For 5 years, we went around to every network, and for 5 years we were told, no, that it couldn't be done. In the past, whenever I've explained it to an executive, you talk to them and you see that their eyes start to glaze over. You know within 10 minutes it ain't gonna happen. But as I explained it to Dick Robertson at Warner Brothers, I could see he understood it. And I knew at that moment we were gonna have a show.
Warner's felt very concerned about the ability to make a big science fiction series on a budget. We felt that with the new techniques, particularly with the introduction of digital animation, we could do it on a budget that could be affordable.
Like all TV pilots, especially in science fiction, you know, everyone says, you can't do this, you can't do it on the budget. And I thought, well, let's prove to them that we can do it. And it was the attitude of the crew and of all of us on that we could really pull this off.
From the beginning, we've had a sense of mission about Babylon 5. That wasn't just a show, it was something important, which for something as ephemeral and trivial as television seems almost grandiose. But they believed in the story. And that was my first overwhelming impression from The Gathering, was they believed in it.
To a fully operational Babylon 5.
To the future.
Doing the pilot was a big challenge. It's a big learning experience.
You know, when you first start up a brand new project with a brand new crew, it's not a finely tuned machine yet. And there were bumps. We had a lot of bumps. But everything was just out of love. You know, people were finding a way to make this happen. By the second or third day, things were going so well, and everyone was having such a great time. It was like we'd been shooting together for a year. It was amazing.
I think that what you see here is really remarkable in that many, many of the sets that you see in The Gathering are sets that we used for all 5 years of the series. Much of the stuff that we established, the way the doors work, the color coding of the hallways, the textural painting on the walls, everything about Babylon 5 was really born in this pilot.
Prior to Babylon 5, I had been a writer and producer on various shows, but I'd never been an executive producer. So when they handed me the 2-hour pilot, I just sort of stared at it on the editing machine, made a few small adjustments here and there, and let it go. Probably the single dumbest thing I had done in the history of really dumb things. And regretted it for years, because what the critics justly complained about, the lack of characterization, the lack of humor, was all stuff that I had allowed to stay on the cutting room floor.
It was always a hope to do a re-edit of B5 that was a little truer to the story.
So when TNT said, do you want to go back and revise The Gathering to make it what you wanted to be in the first place, I jumped on it. What you see now in The Gathering is much closer to what I had in my head. This is the version to have.